This comment says, my father signed over the deed to his home and land to me. Can my siblings take me to court and fight to have the land and property? So, kind of yes. As I've said a million times, anybody can sue anybody for anything. Assuming that dad had legal capacity, which means he had his mind, and he chose to give the property to you versus your siblings during life, then yes, it could be challenged, but you will win because dad knew what he was doing. Now, change the facts a little bit in that dad has been diagnosed with dementia years ago, and you're his caretaker, and you went to the attorney and got the documents drafted and just put them in front of dad, and dad signed them. Sure, that could be challenged as dad maybe not having capacity. Could also be challenged because your siblings may claim that you threatened or coerced dad, that you weren't going to take care of him anymore if he didn't do this for you, or you confused dad and told him he was signing one thing but he was really signing deeds or things like that. So yes, they can be challenged. The longer that it has happened before dad's passing is always good, and the longer that it has been since dad had any sort of diagnosed illnesses that may have affected his ability to make his own decisions and have legal capacity, that always helps as well. Also, sometimes people that are acting as agent under power of attorney for someone will sign the deed themselves, giving them the property. And while that can be a legitimate transaction, if that's truly dad's intention, the optics are never great when a power of attorney is signing documents that stacks the deck in their favor and against their siblings or other family members who would be normal beneficiaries at law, but for this transaction. So be careful if you're acting as a power of attorney. Definitely have a real attorney involved that can evaluate capacity and make sure this is what dad wants. And if things go sideways, that attorney could be a witness and basically state that in their opinion, dad had capacity and dad really wanted to do this and you're just not doing it on your own to steal from your siblings. So the answer is yes, anybody can challenge anything. That's not to say anything has been inappropriate in the transaction that you're describing, but people get a little pissed off when they get cut out and see that somebody else got a bigger piece of the pie. So I wouldn't be surprised if a challenge does happen. Also be very careful on this, that if dad put his house in your name, you're going to lose the step up in bases for tax purposes, and you might get whacked with capital gains income taxes that you did not anticipate. So be careful. Have a great day.